Colorado, New Mexico, and Nevada. The Obama campaign is now deploying some star power to sell its message to Latinos. Eva Longoria shot to fame, of course, playing Gabrielle Solis on the TV show Desperate Housewives. But now she is embracing her new role as a national co-chair for President Obama's re-election campaign. And she joins me now. So nice to meet you.
Nice.
You were very involved in the last election campaign 4 years ago, but you're taking a larger role now. What is your main, purpose, and how do you see yourself being helpful to the campaign?
Well, I was asked to be a co-chair, and my roles are to engage and mobilize the voters, specifically with the Latino community and the women's community. Those are two areas of interest that I participate in heavily and I'm pretty literate about, and so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll be going to the swing states.
And in fact, you know a lot about healthcare, I know, and we in fact profiled you on NBC Nightly News because of what you're doing with special needs, the special needs community. But the women's issues, the women's health issues have become front and center, by force of what has happened on the Republican side. And now in Texas, interestingly, Governor Perry has turned back $35 million for Planned Parenthood preventive programs, including Pap tests and mammograms. And Texas, as you know better than I think it's your home state, has the highest number of uninsured women. Do you think that this is going to become a mobilizing force?
Yeah, I think absolutely. I think the election is going to be about choice, and it's going to be pretty clear for women who's on their side regarding their health care issues. There is an attack on women's health care, and President Obama's policies are the only ones that are going to move that forward or move the agenda for women's rights. There's so much dismantling of what we've accomplished as women by the right side, and so I'm going to be out there and campaigning for him. And I think one of the things about the Affordable Care Act that just came out was that the gender rating for women, we're charged more because we go to the doctors more, and the Affordable Care Act will eliminate the gender rating for insurers, that they won't be able to do that, and that's important. And I think women need to be educated on everything that Obama has done in his first term regarding their rights to and access to health care.
Now, there are one of the striking things that is quite noticeable is that there are seven co-chairs who are Latino, which
that's not a mistake,
that is absolutely targeting 16.3% of the population. Now, Mitt Romney had this to say after winning Puerto Rico on his chances of doing very well with Hispanic voters.
Those people who don't think that Latinos will vote for Republican need to take a look in Puerto Rico and see there that conservative principles and Latino voters go together, and that Hispanic voters are going to vote for Republicans if we stand for something, conservative principles that bring growth and good jobs and rising home values. That's why we're going to win. We're going to get Latino voters to help us out.
Now, George W. Bush did very well with in his first election with Hispanic voters. Right. And that has, of course, gone down.
He was also from the state of Texas, which is two of the largest, California and Texas, largest Hispanic populations. He has a Hispanic vote. He was also the closest to immigration reform, George W. Bush. And
do you think that immigration reform is really the issue that has...
Well, I want to speak to the clip, because the clip is really interesting, that he makes a huge generalization because he won the primary. So Republican voters, Puerto Rican voters, Republicans who live in Puerto Rico voted for him is a huge generalization that he's going to get the Latino vote. 63% of Latinos in America are Mexican American. There's Cuban American, there's Central Americans, and of all the candidates, Mitt Romney is probably the one on the wrong side of every issue pertaining to Latinos: education, the economy, healthcare access. He's campaigning with, he's calling the anti-immigration law from Arizona a model law for the rest of the country. He's campaigning with the author of it. That is polarizing to Latinos. He wants to veto the DREAM Act if he was in office. That is dangerous for our community. And Obama, for me, is the only one that understands that the success and the future of America is intricately tied to the success of the Hispanic community.
There have been many Hispanic leaders in the last couple of years who've been disappointed in the president for not doing more on immigration reform.
Yeah, and it's a problem. I mean, immigration reform has been on the national agenda for 3 administrations, so people like to
and even longer.
Even longer, and it does need to be fixed, and it's broken. Nobody wants illegal immigration, and I think the misconception is that Latinos are for illegal immigration. That is not true. Unfortunately, Obama can't do it by himself, and I know there's disappointment in the Latino community, but what he has done, or what what he can do. He's proposed changes to keep families together. He has reallocated resources from the Department of Homeland Security to focus on deporting criminals, not DREAM Act students. So he's done what he can do without having his hands tied by Congress. So I think also because the GOP primary has been so long, all we've heard is attacks on his record, and that's what I'm going to be doing as a co-chair, is getting out there and showing the great things about what he's done in his first term, and Latinos need to hear it.
Eva Longoria, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your coming today. And up next, our Politico briefing. How is the birth control battle becoming a fundraising bonanza for Democrats?
Morning, everyone. What's on the agenda?
It's 7:45. I'm gonna roll my eyes when you try and tell me what to wear.
Love it. Joe.
At noon, I'll announce the elevators are out.